What's going on, comic fam? It's your boy, the Bearded Comic Bro, and I'm back for another episode of Bearded and Cole's Comic Cover Challenge. And we are doing books from Image. That's right, gang. And the cover challenge is simply this. We're going to ask you to share your favorite comic books, tag us in the video so we know you did it, and play along because we love seeing your collection. So with that being said, let's talk comics.
Better put the word out. Get ready for the nerd out. Better put specs on. Better break necks on. I cut handsome checks for my expansion sets. They call me Obi-Wan. Act like you know me, son.
If you've never seen one of these comic cover challenges, they're very simple. Whatever the topic is, whatever the category, we ask that you show off your 10 favorite books that relate to that category. So up first, I've got Die. Now, this is volume 1, not issue 1. So this is the first trade, and this is the previews San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, the 2019. I have issue 1, which I really love. It's the same cover. This is done by Stephanie Hahn, but the issue number 1 cover has more red to it. This one, you can see it has this grayscale a little bit more. It's just such a beautiful cover. I love it, and I love issue 1's cover too, but I like the uniqueness of this. This is a really cool book too, this trade. It's one of 1,500, so these are more limited, which makes it just a little bit special in my collection. A little more special, you know. But I had to put on an issue of Die. So many great covers by Stephanie, but this is just, the number 1 is so iconic for me, so that's why I put it on there. Up next, I've got issue number 1 of Firepower. This is a book by Robert Kirkman. The art, though, is done by Chris Samney. And again, if I mess up any of your names, I apologize. But if you're watching my videos, shoot me a message. Let's set up an interview. I just love this. I love the main character shooting the fireball out of his hand. It just is cool. You get the fire around it. Everything that it just pops for me of like things that I gravitate towards on a comic. I was like, I really dig that. So I had to put Firepower in on this book because it just looks so cool. The way he's jumping, shooting the fireballs out of his hands. I'm just like, yes, let's go. Up next, we got King of Spies, issue number 1, gang. This cover is done by Matteo Scalera. It's a book written by Mark Millar. Gang, I love this. This series is a 4 issue series. But what's so cool about this artwork, you see how, you have the flag kind of dripping off. You've got the cigarettes there on. It's like a table, but the table's not there. And it's just so cool. The bullets are there. You got some scotch. I want to know what they're drinking. Like, what's the drink of choice right there? It just is a unique cover. It's simple, but it's effective. And it really pops off in a fun way for me of like, you have an idea of what type of story it's going to be. It feels like a spy story, obviously King of Spies, but you can't have bourbon and bullets. Like, ugh, come on. And it's the 3 Bs, bullets, bourbon, and British. Like, although it's probably whiskey, but who knows. Gang, really cool cover. I like how it's what Mateo did with the design of it. Again, like the simplicity of it, but everything there, it just pops really cool. Gang, we got issue number 20, Ice Cream Man. I had to do this one. If you know, third printing, Pops, they're doing Dr. Seuss homages. So I think the first one was Green Eggs and Ham. The second one was The Places You'll Go. This one is the Lorax. And my boy Ice Cream Man is just literally killing the Lorax. Like, I had the Places You'll Go, but once I was looking at it and I saw the cover, and I'm like, man, Ice Cream Man just killing the Lorax. Like, whew. That's pretty dope, and I had to do it. So Ice Cream Man is written by W. Maxwell Prince. The art is done by Martin Marazzo, and the cover is done by Martin as well. I love, me, if you've watched these cover challenges or you've seen my collection, I love movie homage books. I love homage covers. This probably isn't going to be the only homage cover you see in this video. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I just think it's really cool. And I like this one better than the first and second print. So, like, I was so glad because this was a more affordable one. I was like, woo. Really dig it. I love homage covers. Sorry if you don't. Up next, I got Nocterra. This is issue number 1. This is the C cover. Nocterra is done by Scott Snyder, Tony Daniels, but this cover is the Boss Logic variant. Gang, I adore this cover. It's a close-up shot. Reminds me of the cover I will really dig of a Basilisk, where it's a very close-up shot too, which I also think is a C cover of the mask that she's wearing. But this one, Nocterra, with the orange glow right there on the forehead, like, oh, gang, it just pops. And I say pops a lot, and I don't care because it pops. It looks so freaking dope. I love it. Had to add this to my collection. You think I'm not going to do a comic book cover challenge and not throw on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Gang, they were on an Image book. Technically, it's done by Image, and it's the Savage Dragon versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is issue number 2. I love it. I love Savage Dragon here on the cover, but my boys, the TMNT are there ready to fight, ready to kick some shell, and it's just so good. Eric Larson did the cover, creator of Savage Dragon, so I bet he probably loved getting to draw the turtles too. Such a great cover. I had to pick. I like this one better than issue number 1, and I had to put it on because it's a freaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's go. If y'all didn't think I was going to put this Spawn cover on, issue number 230. This cover is done by Todd McFarlane. This is an homage to Todd's work on Batman 430 that he did. It's the same cover. Batman, it's that classic, iconic, the cape's flying. You've got Spawn's cape flying here, but on this one, the actual yellow circle, sun's filled in, which it's not on the Batman one, which I think is just such a cool thing as well. I love that Batman cover, and I actually had this cover in my collection before I got the Batman one, which I just got recently, which I think I showed off on one of my favorite DCs, which I think I also showed this off, but I don't care. It's freaking Batman homage. Like, come on, if I can fit Turtles and Batman into a comic cover challenge that isn't like a DC or an IDW challenge that they usually hang out in those worlds, like, you know I'm going to, like, I'm going to talk about Batman any opportunity I can get because, hello, it's Batman. I just think it's really cool that Todd, one of his few, covers at DC on that Batman run, he did a lot on the year 2 of Detective. But this is his most iconic Batman cover to then say, boom, I'm going to do it for Spawn is super dope. I love it. I love that I have both just hanging up in my collection on my comic wall. So Spawn 230, gang, come on, you know it had to happen. Up next, I've got The Walking Dead issue number 1, the 13th anniversary. Above where y'all like, oh, you got issue number 1, you rich. I don't. This is, I think, the 13th anniversary, which I don't even think of like, it's like the 10th anniversary, the 15th, the 25th. Like, now it's like the 13th anniversary. Like, that's how popular Walking Dead is, that they actually do like random anniversary dates that people don't even care about. But this is a really cool one. To me, this is a comic book store variant exclusive. So this has the Laughing Ogre. It's one of the shops that I go to here in Columbus. It's not my main shop, but it's one that I frequent almost every week to get some books that I might be, my shop doesn't get all the indie books. So that's one I go to check because they get every single book that's ever made by mankind in their shop. So I when I saw this, I had to get it. Support an LCS around my area. I think it's so cool. You've got the logo of the shop there. This is created by Charlie Adler and Dave Stewart. You've got the comic shop logo there. They're breaking into a comic shop, which is not what they're breaking into in the first issue. At least I don't think so. I could be completely wrong. I don't have that first issue, so I can't check. But it's a comic shop here, and comics are all laid astrewed there. So you got Oblivion Song. You can see there's Outcast, and it's so cool to just see like shops getting to have their logo on this cover. I dug it. I thought it was super dope. I had to support a local shop in my area for sure. Gang, we got another number 1 on the list. This is Murder Falcon, issue number 1. Daniel Warren Johnson wrote the book, also did the art and did the cover here. And you got freaking Murder Falcon on the cover, getting ready to rock. You got the homie shredding it on the guitar. You can't say guitar when you're talking about shredding, but I did, and I'm not going to edit that out because I said it. So, sorry, shredding on the guitar. Is that better? But I don't know. It might not be better. We'll stick with guitar. But gang, I love this series, and I think this cover is so cool. If you haven't read Murder Falcon, what are you doing with your life? Like, go check this out. Daniel Warren Johnson. Fantastic. And last but not least, I know I've shown this cover off on this channel before. I know I've shown this off on a comic cover challenge, and I don't care. I think I have. I feel like I did for my 2021 covers. Gang, this cover is done by Tony Fleece and Trish Forstner. It is the Goosebumps homage cover by Bird City Comics. It's so cool. You've got the creepy dude in the window there. It's a glow-in-the-dark cover. Like, let's go. You've got the dog creeping out there. Like, I saw, like, they've done more variants for these comics than any book I've seen in my life. But when I saw them doing a Goosebumps homage, ooh-wee, let's go. I had to get it. Looks so good. This was one that I bought one from my store owner at my local LCS because I had to, because he's like, I showed him, he's like, you gotta get this for me. So gang, it looks so good. It's so fresh. I love it. I stare at it a lot. I'm just like, so pretty. But that's it, gang. Those are my books for my top 10 favorite Image comics. Again, we want to see what you do at home. Make a video, tag me, tag Cole in it so we know you made a video. Again, there's no deadline, but get them in so we can see it, so you don't get backlogged on, because we're going to make another one next month, because this is a monthly series that we're doing. We want to see your comics. We want to see your collection. Like, that's just the fun part of YouTube. And you're all going to have different covers than I am. You might have some of the same, but I loved seeing these videos and going, and I have a list now where I'm like, I need to get this one because, you know, so-and-so showed this off, and someone showed this one off. I'm like, I got to get this. So gang, thanks for watching my video. Make sure you go watch my homie Cole's video. Make sure you guys, again, let us know. Let me know in the comments, what were your favorite books? Which ones did you like of mine that I picked? And as always, hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out. Peace.